We have all fundamentals here, barring one. Let us see what they have to say about today's game. Let's go, fundamentals. Thank you all for joining us on this wonderful day. What a match we had. Despite the initial scare, India power through to victory. Initially, India with the ball were tremendous.
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
They were absolutely brilliant, especially Jaddu. The way he bowled, he was actually unplayable. The balls to Smith, Labuschagne, that was actually very good balls
For
to
me, it is
take.
the ball of the tournament so far.
For
To
Smith,
yeah.
yeah,
Ball of
actually
the
it
tournament,
was.
yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. And apart from him, also there were other two spinners who also delivered, and also Bumrah ball in nitty deliveries at the beginning. What do you think, Anna?
Yeah. Brilliant. I think in the fielding also, brilliant. India were brilliant. Kohli with a great catch. Shreyas Iyer with couple of superb catches. Overall, brilliant bowling effort, restricting Australia, and then come on, what a win, guys.
I mean, KL, I've given enough slack to KL. Whoever have watched our previous videos, when I come in, do know that I have given enough slack to KL. But today he came through at a very crucial moment for India.
Tough moment.
Very tough moment. But for me, the turning point in the game was Mitch Marsh dropping Kohli. Had he taken that catch, the complexion of the game would have been much more difficult for India. What do you think?
Yes, definitely. First of all, we need to give that credit to Rahul. We have given enough critics around to him,
Yeah, true.
but he just proved. One of our fundamental guys are
Kalpavriksha.
showing the celebrations here.
Kalpavriksha.
Yeah, exactly. King Kohli, man, he delivered at the time
Wow,
when,
what an innings.
when,
Come at the
when
man, come at
India
the-
actually did. Yes, he deserved that 100, but ultimately we all want a win. Victory is more important than individual scores here. So that's my view about it. Absolutely, starting with bowling and fielding, we did our jobs well. Going into the batting, it was a scare, as Sachin mentioned, but we came through it. Absolutely, go India!
In terms of batting, let's now deep dive and dissect it a little further. What do you think, Ishan Kishan and especially Ishan Kishan and Shreyas Iyer? Because I will concede that Rohit got a gem of a delivery, which would have got almost any batsman out in the world, because that ball seamed. Till then, it was only swinging. Suddenly, one ball seamed into him, and he was beaten for pace. That is understandable. But Kishan, first ball chasing a ball which is potentially even a wide ball. What do you guys have to say about it?
I would say he should have at least waited for a few balls to see how the pitch is behaving, because it was under lights and you see in Chennai the wind flows from the sea. So obviously initially you will get the swing.
Yeah.
And you have seen like in this World Cup, like after 2-3 overs, swing does not happening. So you should have waited for that long to give yourself time to like.
At least more than
play
a
for
ball,
Yeah.
not the first ball itself.
At least the
Yeah, it was
first two
absolutely,
overs.
the ball was wide, it was swinging away, and he tried to hit the ball and
It was a nothing ball, and
Yeah.
he got out to a
He
nothing
threw
ball.
kitchen sink on it and he got out.
absolutely.
Maybe it was fuller and he just wanted to take
He
advantage
wanted-
of
he
it.
wanted
Take
to
advantage
boss
and
the
get a
game.
get a
No,
four
it is
out
like
of it.
like no, we were saying
Yeah.
they should boss the game from
Yeah,
the get go.
yeah.
Maybe he also wanted to do that,
Yeah.
but then got carried
Got
away.
carried
little
away.
bit.
Carried
But
away.
I also told ki first 3-4 overs they need to negate, because India does it like this only. They do time and again. We have seen this in
When bowlers
2019.
deliver, batsmen don't
Yeah.
deliver.
Yeah.
When batsmen deliver, bowlers.
It
don't
almost looked like 2019 semi-finals.
deliver. Yeah,
almost.
That was 5 for 3
5 for
here, it
3,
was
here,
2 for
2
3.
for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the scary part was even Shreyas Iyer's shot. There was a nothing shot. Again, fifth stump, sixth stump delivery. He's middled the ball
Yeah.
and he's just lifting it to the covers. I mean,
He checked the
yeah,
shot
yeah,
actually.
why?
He should have just hit
He
it.
just
If he had-
powered through the
Yeah,
shot.
if it
You'd have
was
been, you'd have been a six actually.
Superb shot,
You'd
it
have
would
been a
have
good
been,
shot.
Yeah, but one thing to notice here, guys, we have been seeing in the past, okay, when India tumble very early in the innings, they tend to lose the game, okay. But today you saw that maturity
Yes.
coming in from the batsman and the seriousness on how to go about chasing a target. So that is one good thing, and this test was actually good in the first match, so that we learn from it and then pull off the other 8 games.
Yeah, I'm thankful that you brought it up.
Yeah.
We didn't crumble under pressure.
And,
Usually these kind of games we do crumble. I
Especially
agree.
KL.
2019 comes
Especially
back
KL,
again to mind.
KL living up to that.
We had
Yeah, I have had
yeah.
this has been my biggest critic about KL,
Right.
that he doesn't deliver on the
Deliver,
big stage
yeah.
whenever we need in crunch moments. But today, I think so. He made me shut my mouth. What an innings.
innings.
But brilliant.
I don't agree with KL. It's not delivering at big stage, because in 2019 World Cup also he scored 400 odd runs. But the thing is,
By big stage, I don't mean it is a stage where the World Cup is a big stage. I agree. In that, there is a moment where in a semi-final or a final where you have to deliver. KL has never done that for India prior. Now today, when India desperately needed a partnership, KL stood
But,
up, and to his credit, I will tell you, Kohli had a life.
But,
KL played a chanceless innings.
but for the past 2 years, time and again, I have seen KL doing this. He's the crisis manager. That's why he is playing at number 5, I believe. And experience of KL is coming out good for India.
Finally, yes. Thank you.
And also, I would like to bring that, considering we had our top order didn't perform, it was chance for middle order to test in the first match itself.
Itself.
Yeah.
So you go, and it's not a small
And they're-
opponent; it's Australia. Once you
One of
give
the
them,
best opponents.
once you give them a sniff, they will actually rush through you.
I mean, they actually rushed through us in the first 6-7 overs. The way Stark and Hazelwood were bowling,
Yeah.
they were like
They were like
up on
35
us. Yeah,
in-
they were
in the
up
first
on
12
us.
overs,
Yeah,
10 to 12.
it was very difficult. Enough of glorifying India. Now let us dissect Australia's bowling also a little bit, because despite the initial help from Stark and Hazelwood, once the ball stopped moving around,
There was
it
nothing.
seemed like a toothless attack.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought Australia lost in middle overs, in batting as well as bowling.
Yeah, bowling they didn't have a spinner.
Yeah.
And Zampa had a very poor day with the ball today.
Maxwell was bowling better than Zampa. I mean.
Yeah, but
I
but
mean,
I would.
to be honest, yeah.
But they know they have to defend just 200. Why they bought Zampa so late?
The 17th over,
17th,
18th
yeah,
over,
17th
18th
or
over is
18th
when
over,
Zampa
yeah.
came into attack. So I mean, maybe because the spacers were doing good, but I agree. Even Cam Green was like not effective. I don't think so. I think Australia seriously need one more good bowler in their attack.
Their fifth bowler is the weakness.
Weakness.
They bought in the last. He was the last bowler to the attack, right?
Yeah,
Maybe they
Zampa
should-
was the last
he
bowler.
was the
Maybe
last
They
bowler
should
into
have tried
the attack.
Lavshan
And
couple of overs.
considering the conditions.
Yeah, exactly. Considering the pitch also was relatively slow, okay, I thought spinners would come into picture very early in the innings, but I mean, that was a
Maybe
call.
their thought, their understanding of the pitch was different.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have gone with just one spinner into the.
But had Australia put 250, 260 in this pitch, which was achievable in this pitch, then it would have been a tighter game.
It
Okay.
would have been, see, that is buts.
Yeah.
Ifs and buts are like
Yeah.
different. Like,
Yeah.
but then that way, if you go down that line, then if Kohli was caught, India would have lost the game. So many things would have come. So many variables.
One more thing is, okay, now that we spoke about bowling, a little bit of Australia's batting, okay, middle order especially. I mean, that maturity didn't come up, especially Maxwell, Cam Green. Green is the
Carey.
No,
Carey.
I would say
Carey,
Maxwell.
okay.
Maxwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long will you excuse Maxwell saying that is how he'll bat? Being one of the most senior members in the team, he should take a little bit more responsibility when you are forward up. I agree. When you are going flying, all guns blazing, you will say that is my game style. That is how I'll play.
Yeah.
That is fine. But today, you could say even KL's style is to go all out attacking, or Kohli's style is to go all out attacking. But the situation demanded something different. So you play according to situation. You can't say this is the only way I'll play.
That's there. But time and again, we have seen he cannot anchor the innings. He
No, but
cannot.
no, he
He's
has
like
done.
more like a
Explosive,
finisher who
yeah.
comes in the last
Yeah.
10 overs.
We
and
have
tries
had
to
a
explode.
Rishabh Pant, who has shown maturity better than Maxwell. But again, he is a powerhouse. Maxwell is a powerhouse. So he likes to just take the game away from the opponents.
Yeah, that's the reason I was telling. Maybe they could have brought Green up the order.
Yeah.
Okay, and
But
then maybe he would have
no,
rotated
my
strike
question
and then
is if
taken
Green,
it.
No, but
up.
if Green comes
And
up
then
the order,
after that,
no,
in
if
the
Green
final
comes up
overs,
the
yeah,
order,
yeah.
who comes below him?
See,
There is
yeah.
nobody. Who do you bring down?
The
No,
whole
to-
point
to-
was
Go ahead,
the
go
whole
ahead.
the whole point was Jaddu took a wicket, okay, of Labuschagne. Okay, they sent Carey in order to negate Jaddu, but he
Carey
got
got
out.
next
He
ball
got
itself.
out. That
No,
was the
even
third.
then, even if you say carry also,
Yeah.
even if you say like you said Green up the order, but then if you're bringing Green up the order, who are
Carey,
you?
Carey goes down.
That is one position.
Yeah.
One position doesn't make that much of a difference.
That's what.
I'm saying up the order. Like say, even if Green has to open, then where does Mitch Marsh play?
And one more thing.
Not open. I'm saying in this situation where they lost a couple of wickets, Smith went and then after that Labuschagne went. So and in that moment you're just reserving Maxwell to the death overs and then bringing Green on. That's what I meant. Maybe Because Maxwell, as you said, is not a person who'll anchor the innings. Like that's what you said, right? That's why I said, okay,
And
Green
and
can
also
come in.
Australian middle order doesn't play quality spin time and again. So they
No,
against
but I feel that they lost the plot in terms of like the team selection itself.
yeah.
They were like, we have a question from one of our followers. He's asking, what do you think about the opening partnership for Australia? Opening partnership is the only bright spot in the. I mean,
Right.
No,
opening partnership. I would say what opening partnership was Warner and Smith,
Smith.
because obviously Mitch Marsh didn't trouble the scorers.
yeah.
In that case, I would say Mitch Marsh is any which way a solution to a problem that they recently faced. Otherwise, it would have been head by default. In terms of Mitch Marsh, he's actually been in a very good form. Today, maybe he had an off day today.
But
And he
again,
got a very good ball from Bumrah.
again, if Head comes back, then Mitch Marsh will come down the order, and who will sit?
I don't think so. Anybody will sit. I think
Yeah.
so. Mitchell,
Labuschagne will sit.
No,
It was a-
Labuschagne has to play. I
Then
think.
who will means Green will sit. If Green sits,
No, but
then
no,
Mitch
no,
Marsh
Green-
can't ball.
No, if Green sits, the problem of fourth bowler will become like third, fourth, and fifth
fourth.
bowler are not
So
available.
that's the thing. No, they have plenty of things to worry about. I feel so.
I think they have a lot of all-rounders because, and they are not quality. Like
Right.
they have,
They are
they've been-
quality, but they're not quality in India.
Yeah.
Playing in India.
so that's what is lacking for them. And this match, I think, if it was not Stoinis who got injured, Green wouldn't have played.
Yeah. Next up against South Africa, it will be a tougher
game.
challenge for them.
And also, I think so. Going forward, what will be I mean, we have one of our subscribers asking what would be India's 11 going forward in other conditions. Like next, we'll be playing in Delhi.
Mm.
In Delhi, we'll be playing.
Looking at yesterday's
Netherlands.
game, Delhi was
Sorry.
a belter.
Achu is given
Uh,
interview there. So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, KL Rahul was awarded the player of the
Player
match.
of the match, yeah.
Was he your player of the match?
Yeah, I think he was the player of the match because
deserved it.
He deserved
He-
it.
Actually, he kept really well. So that was few points added there along with his batting. So yeah,
Of course,
so
yes,
well
Jaddu-
deserving. But
Jaddu
I think
I think so.
playing well.
I will. I
Jaddu's
will.
bowled
I will.
well,
I would make a
but,
small correction to it. It would still sound like I have something against KL. I would say player of the match. No, they were players of the match.
yeah.
It is
definitely,
Virat
definitely,
and Virat and
Virat,
that partnership.
Virat and
then
Rohit.
KL.
KL
Yeah,
rescued India.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kale, of course, deserved it, but I felt Jadeja gave us that momentum in the first innings. So Jadeja is the man of the match for me.
But time and again, we have seen that happening whenever a batsman performs. These commentators, these panelists, they give it to them easily. Even though Jadeja does it, means
I think if Jadeja would have batted today, we even would have scored 3 runs also. They would have given Jaddu also.
yeah.
Since Rahul was
No,
there,
but
finished the game.
Jadeja broke the back.
Yeah.
and
it was-
economy of 2.8.
No, but I would say scoring a 90 runs in a bowling friendly condition is much more than taking 2 wickets. I would say.
3 wickets. He
Yeah,
thought.
even taking 3 wickets because your conditions are favorable to bowling.
But the thing is, he got main wickets. That's what I speech of deliveries. Steve Smith,
Ball of the
Labuschagne,
tournament.
Gary.
most often,
I agree.
most often than not, bowlers' performances are overlooked unless and until he gets a 5.
That's what they're looked as laborers, and batsmen are looked as something like a elite class or something.
Yes. We have one of our subscribers just putting up a comment saying that English is much better than Carey. Carey is a liability. What do you have to say? Just one game. He's just played 2 balls. He's just played 2 balls.
I think if
have
Carey is
an
not
answer.
playing, who's playing for them as keeper?
English.
English.
Is he a better batsman in ODIs?
No ways.
Do they have a
think
choice?
No, English is replica
No, but
of.
English did better in the warm-up games.
No, English is replica of Aaron Finch, and also I believe
Ca-
that I believe
Carey is
that
a
Carey is
better
a
keeper.
far better keeper than
No,
English.
no. In batting wise, I'm telling, English is a replica of Aaron Finch. Both don't have foot movement, and both are opening batsmen. And they want a fixture for middle order thing. So now they have fixed it with Mitch Marsh at opening. So they are not looking for openers.
We agree to the fact that one of our subscribers are saying that Aussies didn't manage to select an additional spinner. In fact, they had an additional spinner. They sent him back home, and they got a replacement in who did they get? Batsman
Labuschagne.
Labuschagne. So yeah, they had Agar.
But they didn't use Abhishan. Maybe he could have bowled
Yeah,
a couple of
Labuschagne
overs.
can, Labuschagne
At least
can bowl
to,
leg spinners,
Just
right?
try out and break the momentum.
If
at
they
least.
would have used Labuschagne, that match would have got over by 36 overs, I feel.
Or they could have tried Warner with his office.
Like he did in the warm-up games.
2 overs 41 he gave. That
But yes,
means-
great
but-
win. great win
But
for India.
let's
First
let's
win.
not be
I mean-
too much overjoyed.
yeah,
also.
let's not
Yeah.
be, but I would say it's a step
To kick
right,
off the
right
tournament,
direction.
it's a good win. At
And
least
also
the
it's
middle order.
it's a worry sign for Australia.
Yeah,
That's what.
yeah.
Also, I would say it's a worry sign for India. Also, it's a scare that the opening batsmen took the game very,
Very
lightly,
lightly.
very lightly. They took the job to be agreed. Like I will not say, I'll not complain about Rohit's game here. Rohit got a peach of a delivery, but Kishan and Iyer should have had better application than what they had today.
Next up, Atkins then against Afghanistan. What do you think?
In terms of Afghanistan, I would say if the conditions are favoring, it will be a tricky game. I will not say it is an easy game. In fact, it's a World Cup. No game is going to be an easy game.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You cannot write off. You
The,
cannot
the
write
thing
off.
is, I totally agree. A World Cup is not, but India carrying momentum, they might do well. That's what they will do
But
well.
They will do well. But today again is testament to the fact that when everything is going well, we take the game so lightly
Yeah.
that suddenly in a span of 3 to 4 overs, everything could come undone.
And Afghanistan yesterday were very pathetic, very
Yeah.
pathetic,
And
and they
since the
cannot
Pakistan
they
series,
cannot
they are
go
pathetic.
down from there.
Yeah,
They can only come up.
I mean, a lot of words come in the carelessness when
Yeah.
it comes to fielding.
I think since Pakistan series,
Um,
they have not won.
immaturity.
Today India's fielding stood out.
Yeah.
I am a person who gave India 6 on the fielding, but something
Very
wonderful
harsh,
has-
actually. I would say when you gave 6, literally, I'm telling you,
yeah,
it
with
was very
Jadeja-
harsh. At least
with Jadeja,
I thought at
Virat-
least a seven with Jadeja.
India only got
Virat.
92. How much more do you want India to get?
I mean,
6 was.
yeah.
I mean,
And
it's,
I mean,
yeah.
we
Fine,
have
it's
to
fine.
agree.
We will change our ratings as
Yeah,
we go. on.
+1.
Plus one. yeah,
Yeah.
today I would say it was actually +1
Yeah.
because
You still +1. You give 6.
Plus,
right?
yeah,
6
six
or
plus
7?
one.
7. 6 plus 1. 7.
Seven.
No,
Because-
in entirety or today's game you're giving
Today's
something?
game.
Today's game.
Today 7 now.
no,
That's a bit harsh.
entirety. I'm saying it is
Okay.
improved by 1
Yeah.
because Kohli's catch in the slip. I've never seen Kohli dive to the left and take a catch like
And
that.
that too crucial wicket.
Very crucial.
Crucial
wicket.
Yeah.
Initial.
Initial breakthrough, Bumrah getting it.
And also in terms of like Kishan was magnificent.
Electric
Magnificent
infield.
in the field,
Magnificent. And also one more change I did mention in the mid-game show. Did anybody else notice? It is positions have shifted. Kohli is moved to point,
Yeah.
and Hardik is moved to covers.
Yeah, that is because Gill
Because
was
of
not
Gill was not
available.
there,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Gill is a
And
slip
it looked,
fielder.
and it looked really good.
Yeah.
That combo of Hardik being the Hardik also had couple of good stops in the cover.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
saved 2 boundaries in the cover.
Do you think Gill will be back for the next account?
it should be
depends.
because he already was batting in the nets. So I guess in all likelihood, he
So
will be back.
probably Ishan
Ishan will
wasted
get
his
it.
wasted
Ishan
his
wasted
opportunity.
He
Only
could have-
opportunity
He could have,
got.
he could have cemented it.
No, not cemented. At least put up a hand and we Indian fans
But
would have.
we are being too harsh on Kishan. I agree. It is just first the game, but it is just that it should not have been so casual.
No,
is
it
what we are
was, it was
saying.
throwing kitchen sink. Ultimately, he was going for that shot, and it was not.
Yes,
it was
that is why I'm
not
more
necessary.
irritated
And
with
his senior-
Shreyas'
first
shot
senior World Cup.
because Shreyas, at least Kishan from the first ball he was trying to attack and he got out, but Shreyas played couple of
few balls,
deliveries
yeah.
and then he middled the delivery to to the covers straight into the
He
hands of
didn't
Warner.
hit it wholeheartedly. If
Yeah.
he would have tried it, he would have covered the.
We are talking this
token of
much
the
about
covers.
all these players. They might come good in next game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
definitely,
I agree.
definitely.
They are all world class players.
We
Iyer-
same
I-
same
Iyer
people
came back-
spoke about
yeah,
Rahul
yeah.
also, so he came back so
So,
strong.
cannot write
guys,
off Iyer.
we were expecting a great competitive game to do a watch along, but unfortunately,
Another one-sided
I
game.
will-
Another one-sided
one-sided
affair.
game. But
So
please,
when does
Even-
this World Cup give us a very competitive
Competitive
game?
game.
Even Australia disappoints us.
let's
Yeah.
see. So, do stay tuned in with us.
For tomorrow's game, New Zealand take on Netherlands.
Netherlands.
The second round of the games.
Anything in the points table? Where do India stand now?
I think they should be third or fourth.
Again,
They won-
okay. So we'll
They
just
won
go
in
through
40 overs, right?
moment of the match for you.
Kohli drop.
Yeah, one of our subscribers is saying,
Yeah, maybe.
Krishnamurthy Mahesh is saying Virat Kohli's drop would have been some difference to the match. I agree.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
that was a turning point.
Turning
If
point.
actually if he would have got caught there, I think India would have lost.
Or they would have struggled.
Yeah,
At
they
least
would have
bare minimum
struggled.
they would have
Struggled,
struggled.
They had
Because-
Hardik and Jaddu, I thought. Maybe still
And
they
which
would
match?
have
A duck today and a drop today. I mean, that is
So
some
India
pressure.
are in fifth.
some pressure,
Yeah.
some World Cup pressure.
Some World Cup
For
pressure.
So
which
many
match?
of them would have had him as captain in the fantasy league.
yeah. I'm sure. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure,
yeah,
I'm
I'm sure many
Yeah.
would have had him as a captain. In terms of another crunch game, which I thought was a crucial this thing was when Kuldeep was bowling and Kuldeep and Ashwin were bowling in tandem to Australia. They were struggling to get off strike.
Yeah, I know.
How is it difficult to get off strike? And I'm not talking about some batsmen who have not faced them before. Somebody like Smith and Labuschagne were struggling to get off strike.
That's why I'm telling you, no, Australia lost it in middle overs. They
were
at one point they were not
at
able
4
to
run rate.
score. No,
4.
they're
They were
not
doing
able
it
to
till
score
up
boundary
to-
for 73 balls or something.
Yeah,
Like that. It's
and
over
it is
12 overs.
27 overs
very
with a
rare
4.
that an offie gets a maiden in a 10 over spell.
But Ashwin, you cannot
Yeah,
keep
come on.
business.
Smart bowler after all.
Our subscribers are not letting me go off easy. They're saying you gave 6 on 10 for India on fielding. No wonder Aussies judge us the same way. Overconfidence has brought them down both. I'll be the first to admit, but have you I'm coming from a place where how many drop catches have we seen in India? Drop sitters. Like sitters. I'm not saying about tough catches that have been dropped. Sitters have been dropped.
And that too by greatest fielders like
Ah.
Virat.
Virat and
Rohit has
Rohit,
dropped some
yeah.
sitters.
sitters.
Rohit, I won't
sitters.
consider him as greatest
No,
fielder.
but at least he's dropped some sitters. Kind of.
No, he's a very safe.
But he's a
safe fielder, but
Yeah.
Today also
He's
had
not
a
playing
drop,
in-
but I will not call it
Yeah.
a drop. But
It was a very
deflection.
tough.
Deflection.
deflection.
He tried to
So,
pair it and tried
yeah.
to take it.
Our
as a shot,
subscribers
but
are very
that-
sharp. They're holding on to us for everything.
Yeah, okay. Do we have any other questions or comments left?
That's about it.
So quickly, moment of the day.
Moment of the day for me.
For me, it was King Kohli because I'm one of the greatest fans. So King Kohli and his maturity with that innings after 2 for 3, that was moment of the day for me.
For me, moment of the day that I will cherish, the memory that I'll cherish is Jadeja's ball to Smith. I don't think so. I'll forget that delivery. I don't think so. Smith is going to forget that delivery.
Smith was like,
Smith stood at the crease for like a minute, a good minute.
what happened?
Is Sriram still their spin coach?
No.
So he will
is
make him
Vettori,
repeat.
Vettori.
Vettori. He will make him repeat.
For me, I think it will be a ball from Kuldeep to Maxwell. He was actually trying to play aggressive against him, but it backfired, and that was actually the fast delivery, and it turned.
Yeah.
It cramped him.
It crammed him. It turned
and
because of it.
No,
he
but
got
it was a
bowled.
short delivery actually.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
trying
he
to
was trying
smoke
to
him over
smoke it.
mid-wicket.
But he missed it
No,
because it was fast.
faster delivery.
So he didn't get that
Cool jump.
that much enough time to adjust and hit the.
Actually, they were showing during the game. They were showing in 2019. He had an approach to the crease which was much more wider
Now it's
and now
becoming
much more
straighter.
straighter,
Straighter,
which is
straighter,
allowing him
allowing
more
him-
strength behind the delivery.
Yes.
So that is the difference with which the ball came in faster.
There's another comment.
Yeah, we had another comment. What do you think about the quality of the wicket? Or was it a poor wicket? No,
It was not a poor wicket. It was sluggish, but 250, 260 was achievable.
I think
It's
it's
a
a
good
240.
question.
I would
It's a
say
good
I would
wicket
say
because-
5 run per over wicket.
Yeah,
definitely.
Easily 5 run per over wicket. It is not poorer than that.
I think at
Chennai-
least 250 they could have scored.
Because India could have scored easily 250.
Easily,
250.
easily.
Even after losing three
easily,
early wickets.
Yeah, easily. So I don't think so. It was that
Chennai
poor.
wickets are always tricky, bro. You have seen that in Test cricket as well as IPL also. Sometimes it just goes the other way.
And in terms of if the pitch is being good for World Cup, we have one of the subscribers asking that. ICC has a big say in the preparation of the pitches. They do have an oversight over this, and they will not allow the curator to do whatever he wants on the pitch.
And ultimately, pitch remains same for both sides.
Both the teams.
You
And-
cannot complain.
Yeah,
coming into a
also,
If
tournament.
it drastically
See,
change
yeah.
between two
If you're
And
saying,
days,
if you're saying
And that strong Australian team which beat all those things, they wouldn't complain all this.
And in
I mean, look at the
drastically you cannot change the nature of a pitch, right?
also
Chennai pitch known
no,
to be spin
no,
friendly.
If
It
you
will
say,
spin.
If you say a 250 plus wicket, that is not a bad wicket. I
Yeah.
agree. Today's time it might be a slow game,
Yeah.
but 250 in my childhood is like a big score.
Big
That is
score,
an
yeah.
unachievable
that's where
score.
we,
Yeah.
back
So,
then
and,
280, 270
Easily
was the score.
winning
250
score.
was winning score.
Guys,
right?
do you remember that game,
Yeah.
India-Australia final 2003 World Cup?
Please, why do you have to bring? When we were watching it together, he brought it up.
That's fine. 2019 semi-final game, we couldn't chase 220.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So that is how it has been.
And
Okay,
for,
guys.
for me, moment of the day was Manas Labuschagne taking that review.
That is the moment of the day. Of all the moments that you could pick.
I'm just kidding. KL Rahul for me.
Rahul.
KL Rahul.
For me also KL Rahul. And the end, he was disappointed that he didn't get his 100 as well.
That was a little selfish.
That
That
is
was a little
selfishness.
But yes, KL. Yeah, what a man.
But all
What a man.
professional players have to be a little selfish. I
what a
agree.
man.
What a man.
I think they were winning, so he thought, why not get 100?
100 as well.
That's
yeah.
fine, but
That's fine.
that emotion that which came out, it was not that great.
Okay. So do first of all, thank you for joining us.
Stay along.
To all who have stayed along.
We have another game coming up.
We have another game coming up.
Game.
It is just going on. Arsenal versus Man City. It is still
still
0-0.
nil-nil.
We'll join you towards the end of the game for another live session.
Live or watch along. Do
Yeah,
stay tuned.
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Hopefully, someone wins it.
Yeah.
We don't need a draw.
Another draw today.
We don't need another draw today. But tomorrow we'll be back with New Zealand, Netherlands. Two of us will join you tomorrow. So until then, stay subscribed to us. Do share the video if you like it. And let's go.
Fundamentals.